everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Panthers going up against the Falcons.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Now a play fake here on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short. Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. K1 short. In there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking deep for Julio. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. First and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
To throw. And he rifles one incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. He'll look to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play clock winding down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Brady. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Christian Jones the one who picked it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Caught left side by Funchess. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. First and goal from the 8. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll drop to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. The play clock's running down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the wideout in motion. They'll look to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Butker able to put this one through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now Brady on the bootleg. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This is Coleman. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here we go. 190. Ohio.
He'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Looking to throw. It's caught by Funchess. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Back to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Brady now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Over to Landry on the bubble screen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Matthews, the receiver, goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. And the kick by Butker is good. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
In motion right comes Funchess. McCaffrey following the penalty. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So it'll be first down here after the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Blunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could. Spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They will run again with Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's the backup lock. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Let's go! 38! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex
play action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. One. Ohio. 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 Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll look to throw here. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Motion, motion. That's what I'm talking about.
Fresh set of downs here.
Hey, that is right. Watch that in. Here we go.
Matthews, the receiver, goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Final minute now of the third quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time. Third down here.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! What? Ohio! Ohio!
They'll set up to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here they come! Here they come! Here they come!
And here we go on 1st and goal. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Blount will get the football. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Go. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Luck now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Christian Jones the one who picked it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Now blown. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! 1-9! Flex round! Flex round!
Again, here's Blunt. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! 1-9! Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it here with Blunt. And an alley to run. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ohio, let's go! 1-9! 1! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a give right side McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round!
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Panthers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a carry for Blunt. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. On 1st and 10, Locke. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the Panthers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.